So this challenge is going to be very, very difficult, I think a little bit more difficult than I thought. Players aren't the best quality and we're in a dire situation with regards to the league and morale. Today you've got two games, Leicester and West Ham, plus the highlights of the game against Liverpool. Fingers crossed, eh? Roll the titles. Hello there, boys and girls. Thank you very much for stopping by. And yeah, as the intro says, two games today and the highlights against Liverpool. Plus, I'm going to ask for your help now for transfer suggestions. Transfer window is literally a month away. We'll be getting that in the next couple of episodes. So, comment section down below. This is where you come in. Any transfer suggestions for this Newcastle team? This is the squad, as you see here. Where do you feel we need to strengthen? I know left back is definitely one place that I'm looking at, and also the attacking kind of 3 or 4 positions, so right wing, left wing, attacking midfielder and striker as well. So comment section down below, leave me your comments. We have got 23 million in the bank, plus we're looking at selling a few players as well. And we've got a little bit of the wage budget to help us with that as well. So yeah, leave me what you think we need to do in the transfer window. Right, here we go. First time I've done this in any save. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you enjoy it. Here are the highlights for the game against Liverpool. This is how we are lining up. We're lining up with a 4-2-3-1, and Ayoze Perez back in the side. He's back in after his injury layoff. So we've got a Dubravka in goal, Yedlin, Fernandes, Shah and Dummett. Fernandes comes in for Lascelles, who got sent off last game out. Diame and Shelvey in the middle, Richie on the right, Kennedy on the left, Perez in behind, Muto up top. They start with a 4-2-3-1 as well. Very strong Liverpool side. Alisson in goal, Klein, Matip, Gomez and Moreno, so no Van Dijk. Henderson and Keita in the middle, Shaqiri on the left, Salah on the right, Bobby Firmino in behind Daniel Sturridge. Let's get straight into this one. It's usually a good game, Liverpool versus Newcastle. Hopefully we can come out with a positive result. First highlight, Alberto Moreno gets it into Shaqiri, back to Moreno, gets the ball in, but good header away from Dummett. Klein into Henderson, Henderson shoots and scores. Former Sunderland man, probably well happy with that goal. Puts Liverpool 1-0 up, and it's a shot from about 18 yards out. Let's see it in 3D. Moreno whipping it in, good header from Dummett. Klein gets the ball out of his feet into Henderson. First time shot, Dubravka, absolutely no chance. 1-0 Liverpool. Moreno again with a throw in. Firmino over the top, trying to find Salah. Henderson's there again. Klein coming in on that right hand side, goes for goal, and this time Nathaniel Klein scores. 20 minutes gone, first goal of the season for him, and it's looking like a long day at the office for Newcastle. Liverpool 2, Newcastle 0. Firmino getting that ball in again. Good play from Kennedy this time, but Henderson whips that ball out really, really well, straight away to Klein, and he just drives into the middle. No one making a tackle. 2-0 to Liverpool. A corner, Shaqiri into the middle, and this time it's 3-0 Henderson with his second goal of the game, 4th goal of the season, and it's 3-0 game over already, I think, at Anfield. Shaqiri's whipping this ball in, Henderson gets in front of his man, Dubravka should be doing better there again, 3-0 to Liverpool. Firmino down the line into Salah, but we get the ball clear to Ayoze Perez, finds Ki Sung-young, and he's driving forward from that Mazzala role. Can he get the ball through to Shelvey? Yes, he can, and this time we score. Shelvey with his first goal of the season. Ki Sung-young coming on for Mo Diame, made 3 changes, and it seems to have happened really well for us. We've gone attacking as well because we don't have anything to lose. Ki Sung-young driving forward at that Liverpool defence, and we get the lovely through ball to John Joe Shelvey, and it's 3-1 now. Get the ball clear, and Henderson launches it again forward to Shaqiri. Shaqiri coming in on that right hand side, goes for goal, and he shoots and he scores. 4-1 now to Liverpool. A little bit similar to the game against Arsenal. Just shows you the golfing class between us and the teams in the top 6. Henderson, lovely switch out to that right hand side, but we get it cleared. Don't do enough with it in that second phase. Falls to Shaqiri, and it's 4-1 now to Liverpool. And there we have it. Full-time whistle's gone. Liverpool 4, Newcastle 1. As I said, little bit similar to the game against Arsenal. Just shows you the gulf in class between us and the top 6. We've got Leicester and West Ham coming up today. Hopefully a few more positive results with the teams in and around us. So yeah, as you see, tough day at the office for us. Jordan Henderson scoring a brace, Klein Shaqiri and John Joe Shelvey all on the score sheet. But a bit like the Arsenal game away from home, 4-1 defeat, heavy defeat for us there, and just didn't work out for us at all. This is the league table as we see at the minute. We haven't played this game week, so Cardiff actually dropped down into the relegation zone because they lost 4-1 to West Ham, who are our opponents in a couple of days' time. Leicester are in and around us in 15th, so a win today will actually see us go above them in the league, which is what we're after. So let's get into it. This is going to be the team that plays against Leicester. We've got a Dubravka in goal, Manquillo at right back, Lascelles, Shah and Dummett are the back line, Ki Sung-young as the deep line playmaker, Shelvey as the Mazzala, Richie as an inside forward, Kennedy as a winger, Ayoze Perez as a shadow striker, and Muto up top as the complete forward. On the bench, Fernandez, Yedlin, Clark, Murphy, Hayden, Longstaff and Joselu, as you can see, need to do some business in the transfer window because that bench isn't strong enough to compete at this level. We're going to go into it, submit that team, and hopefully 3 points coming to us against Leicester. Schmeichel with a goal kick finds Amati down that right hand side, and he's got a little bit of time to play with, and gets past Ki Sung-young. Shelvey with a good tackle, but it falls to Maddison into Vardy, and they shoot just wide. Dominated the game really, 10 shots with a 58% possession as well. Shah with a throw in into Ki Sung-young, and we've got to go all the way back to Dubravka. Start from the back, and Dubravka into Shah. Shah now taking his time, going to go over the top, trying to find Mutu, but it just falls to Maguire. No one really pressing Maguire at all. Going to go over the top, trying to find Ricardo Pereira, but Dummett does well to bring that down. Shah out to Kennedy first time. Down that left-hand side, is going to drive down the wing into Ayoze Perez. Shadow striker comes off the front, goes for goal, and Schmeichel with a good save just before half-time. But that's going to see us through to half-time. Really, really good half for us. Change some of the roles up, change some of the instructions up on the tactic, on the 4-2-3-1. Seems to be working better with this Newcastle side. Hopefully we can have a better second half, score some goals. Going to passionately say, very pleased with how we're doing. Well, I am pleased how we're doing because we're doing really well. They look to switch off. That's not great. There's a lot more to come from. Let's see if we can turn this round. Turn a couple of players round, but not everybody. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that doesn't hurt us in the second half. Manquillo again with a throw into Shelvey, back to Manquillo into Ayoze Perez, Richie on the inside forward, Shelvey back out to Ayoze Perez. He's been brought down, I think. No penalty given. I thought it was going to give it. It paused a little bit, the game did, but they get the ball out to Albrighton. Maddison now over the top, trying to find Pereira down that right hand side, but Dummett does well and covers that pretty comfortably. Kennedy now on this left hand side, he drives forward, gets the ball into John Joe Shelvey, into Ayoze Perez again, finds a lovely through ball to Manquillo, back post, Kennedy's there, hits the post, and they get it clear, and on the hour mark we should be 1-0 up. Kick, Richie's going to whip that ball in, trying to find Kennedy, but they get the ball clear. Yedlin can only knock it on. He gets onto it, but that's the full-time whistle. Newcastle 0, Leicester 0. 20 shots, 8 on target, 55% possession. Absolutely dominated the game. It tells you absolutely everything that Johnny Evans and Kasper Schmeichel with a 7.4 and a 7.2, and also Johnny Evans get player of the match. Tells you everything about this game. But it's a draw. It's another point. We're unlucky. It just wasn't our night. We played well though. Those changes seem to help us in the formation. We're out of the relegation zone by a point, and we've got West Ham in the next game in a couple of days' time. Hopefully we can get 3 points there. They're starting with a 4-3-3. Fabianski in goal, Zabaleta, Balbuena, Ogbonna and Cresswell at the back. Rice, Noble and Obiang in the middle. Yarmolenko on the right, Anderson on the left, and Marko Arnautovic up top. On the bench, Andy Carroll, Antonio, Chicharito, Lucas. So they've got people on the bench that they can bring on if things aren't going their way. I'm just going to say passionately, let's give the fans a good performance. Hopefully we can come out with 3 points, if not at least a point. Point against West Ham would be very good, especially our away form is absolutely horrendous. Let's get into it then. Come on, boys. At least a point out of today's game. Dummett down that left-hand side, trying to find Kennedy, but Yarmolenko does well and heads it to Rice. Rice into Noble. Noble back to Rice. Patient play here from West Ham. Into Noble again. Out to Cresswell, but pushed it a little bit long. Ritchie gets back there, but Anderson whips the ball in. A little bit heavy for Yarmolenko. Over to Arnautovic again. It falls to Cresswell. Goes for goal and pinball wizard football in the middle of the 18-yard box. We couldn't get it clear. Falls to Aaron Cresswell, and it's 1-0 to West Ham. Just couldn't get it clear at all. Yarmolenko gets that ball in, and we can't. It just hits Lascelles on the chest, and Cresswell just fires it into that bottom left-hand corner, and it's 1-0 to West Ham. Bravka on the half-hour mark, out to Jamal Lascelles, into John Joe Shelvey, and we get the ball to Ritchie now on that right-hand side, and he's just going to drift inside. Lovely ball over the top to Muto, but it's pushed it him a little bit wide, and they get it cleared. Dummett now recycling that ball into Ki Sung-young, back to Dummett, into Kennedy. Kennedy now is just going to drift inside as well. He's going to drift. He ran really well there, but the shot at the end was pretty poor, straight at Fabianski. We're coming back into this game ever so slightly and ever so slowly, and we're starting again from the back. Ki Sung-young now finding the ball over the top. Kennedy is going to run onto that. He's got Muto in the middle. Can he find him? No, it's a poor cross. Falls to Ritchie. Ritchie at the near post scores his 6th goal of the season. We're back in this game just after the half-hour mark. It's 1 apiece, and Matt Ritchie puts us back into it. Kennedy over the top from Shah, and he crossed into Muto, was a little bit heavy. Ogbonna gets the ball clear, and Ritchie just picks that near post out. Fabianski got beat really easy there. 1 apiece. Half-time whistle goes, and it's 1 apiece. They've had 6 shots to our 3 possessions, pretty even as well. Cardiff are drawn against Leicester, so that helps us with the teams in and around us. Brighton are being dragged down a little bit. Huddersfield and Liverpool are 0-0 as well. Going to get into the dressing room. Going to calmly say we're not doing badly. If anybody continues to work hard, we could win this because we're back in the game. Going to get a little bit assertive as well. There's a lot more to come from you. Go out there and produce. I believe you've got what it takes. No one's really listening to me this time round. Let's start this second half and fingers crossed come out with another set of points. Ritchie on this right hand side, he's got a couple of players around him. Philippe Anderson has gone straight through the back of him there, and it could be a red card. He's gone over to the referee, and it is Philippe Anderson off for West Ham, and they're down to 10 men now. Can we take this opportunity to get another set of 3 points? And they throw it in and Dummett with a launched ball forward, and Ogbonna now is going to launch the ball forward again. Arnautovic is there, and it's just one lumped ball forward, and we just don't deal with it. Marko Arnautovic scoring for West Ham. They've gone down to 10 men, and actually they've produced better football. So we just launched it forward from Paul Dummett, and Ogbonna just returns the favour, really, to be fair. And we just don't deal with it. Shah, Lascelles, Dubravka just might as well not be there, and it's 2-1 to West Ham. Noble going to get this ball in, finds Balbuena and Yarmolenko at the back post, and it's 3-1. The 10 men of West Ham are doing a job on us here. We're just not getting into this game at all. 25 minutes to go, 3-1 to West Ham. Noble getting the ball in, Balbuena knocks the ball on, and Yarmolenko's free at the back post to score a third. And there we have it. Final whistle's gone. West Ham 3, Newcastle 1. They were down to 10 men. After they went down to 10 men, they scored 2 goals. Tells you everything about the mentality of this Newcastle team at the minute. It's just not there. And at the minute, we're looking at the down the barrel of relegation. Going to get aggressive with the guys. Not happy with the result. We could have got something there. They went down to 10 men quite early on in the second half. And now time doesn't get any easier in this save. We've got Tottenham coming up in the league at home. We've then got Wolves and Brighton. We're going to be back for Burnley, and then we've got all these highlights to show you. So we'll do 1 game, possibly 2 games, depending on how long the highlights go. But Burnley will definitely be the game that we play, and we'll either play Brighton beforehand or Chelsea afterwards. And hopefully, with these run of games, we'll get some points to take us away from this relegation zone. Right then, that is it for today's episode. Draw against Leicester, not too bad. But that West Ham game, I think we could have got something out of it. But we go again, and we've got some tough games coming up in the next few weeks. But that's it for this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and remember, tick that little bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. Remember, we've got this save and the 1860 Munich save, and it's going a bit rocky in both, so tough times ahead for us there. And until next time, when we bring you Burnley at home and some highlights and potentially a second game, I'll see you soon.